magic. Romance, it's classic, it's magic. Let's elevate our spirit. Let's use this time together. Madonna, you're one of the people I treasure. You inspired me to go on a ride like no other. It's a marathon, baby, and we gotta win. And after that, we go party again and again. Let us celebrate. Let us have a good time. Let us celebrate. Let us have a good time.
Can you sing a little for us? Maybe a cappella? A little?
Sure, what a girl wants.
What the girl wants, please.
What a girl wants, what a girl needs, whatever makes me happy sets you free. And I'm thanking you for knowing exactly what a girl wants, what a girl needs, whatever keeps me in your arms. And I'm thanking you for being there for me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we right back up with this. Wesley Wells Anderson is an American filmmaker, well known for his largely eccentric flavor of film. He is often guilty of overindulgence in the character-driven slapstick comedy drama realm. His characters are eccentric, charismatic, quirky, psychopathic, and frightening, offering shock value without shouting or outrightly stating the meaning of their grief-stricken idiosyncrasies. That's a mouthful. He loves weirdo movies, okay? With weird characters like Sheldon Cooper type people. It's deadpan dark humor with the premise being death and good riddance, his own type assessment. Some of Wes Anderson's biggest films include Bottle Rocket, The Royal Tenenbaums, The Fantastic Mr. Fox, and of course, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Often inspired by French silent films, Anderson often loves to dwell into a surreal comedy world where the rules are very different from our ordinary living. It's Laurel and Hardy, on-screen cartoonic violence meets stop-motion action. He's childish, brought into the adult realm. The Grand Budapest Hotel is regarded as one of the best films of all time, starring the amazing Ralph Fiennes, Jude Law, Adrian Brody, Jeff Goldblum, Harvey Keitel, Tilda Swinton, Owen Wilson, and more. Wes Anderson definitely loves an ensemble and they love him back. Hey, did I forget Bill Murray? I could not forget the lovely Bill Murray. Quality on quality gives you great originality. Set in a fictional part of Europe during the 1900s, the film revolves around the action of a philandering hotel manager called Gustav. Gustav is more than sharp. He's outstanding at his job, and this leads him to get plenty of props. Gustav is secretly having a fling with the wealthy hotel owner Madame D, played by Tilda Swinton. He seduces her and makes her feel pleasure like no other lover. That's right, he's a bad boy, Mr. Lover, Mr. Romantic. Their relationship helps Gustav gain the attention of other guests. He's a Casanova ready to woo the aged, desperate elite lady into the bedroom.
By the authorities.
Yes, on one occasion.
What?
I was arrested and tortured by the rebel militia after the desert uprising.
Right. Well, you know the drill then. Zip it.
That's crazy. Talk about a late night booty call for women who have no booty left. This guy is sick. He's what we call a gold-digging, opportunistic culprit of swindling old women into giving them everything. But there is more to it than we think. Gustav is an art thief masquerading as a goody two-shoes Romeo. To be honest, he knows the ropes and does anything to gain the props and property of the elderly. After a night of lovemaking goes wrong, Gustav's mistress ends up with a rare condition. Really, called what? A condition called don't have sex too much if you are old as F. Wow, how rude. Not rude, just honesty. Because of her lovemaking, she ends up dying of a heart attack. Oh no. Gustav is now almost certainly guilty of a murder plot. The question is, did he plan it or was it just an accident? Quick, call the coppers, call the police. And just like that, the art thief is apprehended. But not before a number of things must happen. First, for one thing, a will reading after Madame D's passing comes in, and all her relatives are present. And it states that her art painting, worth quite a lot, should be given to her lover Gustav. No, that's an outrage. This enrages her evil son, played by Adrian Brody. Brody feels robbed and taken advantage of by the very men he hired to do the job. Wait a minute, what job? The job of murdering his mother, darling. Or in a quest to sink his teeth into a large chest. Wait, what? I mean her treasure chest. Now what you think, you creeps? Madame D had a lot of money, yet she was very greedy with it. Only way to get it is to be quick-witted. Hence the reason Gustav and Brody began plotting against their ancient loved one. Oh no, what a shame. Look what this world has come to.
It tells you exactly where and how to find.
Once the final will and testament happens, Gustav starts plotting to steal it. What exactly? The art piece that could make him very rich. Once he steals it, Gustav fakes a second will. That's odd. That's not, you know. He's been plotting this whole thing for many years. In that will, he is to inherit the hotel and everything the old lady owns. Gustav, knowing that he is about to be locked up and sent to prison, enlists his young friend to help him forge the will. Yikes, this story is very twisted for real. Gustav ensures that should he be locked up, the will reading will commence, possibly even without him. This will reading should grant him access to all Madame D's winnings. He wants to be the champion, these are the champions. But will he win? Well, not exactly. See, the cop sees Madame D's property and have Gustav and Brody locked up for as long as possibly. In the movie, things happen differently. It shows Gustav escaping prison and eventually winning the rights to everything that Madame D owns. But that's just a fantasy that the author of the story created to elate us and complicate matters. It's fantastical, meaning not all of it actually happens at all. The premise is for us to solve the riddle that the story brings forth. It's about greed, wealth, and trying to outwit the devil out of her own kingdom. But it's not that simple.
Why do you want to be?
The Grand Budapest Hotel was a masterpiece of film. It even won 4 Oscars, and they were not stolen. I promise you, Will you take me up on that concussion? I'm kidding.
Many of the hotel's most valued and distinguished
this year
came for him.
Wes Anderson
I love you.
gave us a strange sequel to the Grand Budapest Hotel.
I've had older.
A movie, I must say, I fell in love with. From the very beginning, presented the Formation Scheme, starring Benicio del Toro, Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson in another handsome ensemble. As big as possible, that's what Wes Anderson knows. Benicio del Toro plays a crooked gangster fantasizing about taking over. He's a terrorist wanted for murder, espionage, and even starting a war. But who cares? A wealthy crook feels too obnoxious to take a good look at his morally bankrupt habits. As long as I have money in the bank, damn it. He only sees himself as the victim and not the bandit or bully. I guess he has this uncanny ability to keep deflecting from everything. He reminds me of me. I guess I deflect a lot, okay? He's wanted by the police on suspicion of wanting to start a rebel movement in order to stop him. The cops send assassins to kill him. But our crook is not what he appears. He's not scared of death and all have friends. He delights in eluding the police, surviving many murder plots. We begin to see that perhaps our crook has powers of darkness. But fear not, children. He's neither demon nor zombie. No, he's not. He's just has the unbelievable luck of being a blood-sucking vampire, that's all. But he don't say it outrightly, but you know, this guy's a vampire. You can't survive that many assassinations. That's right, bullets can't stop his evil empire. Throughout the film, our crook feels above everyone, including his close friends, whom he needs desperately in order to hide from the po-po. He keeps bargaining with them to help him, but without question, they choose to send him to the wolves again and again. At this point, our crook can't trust anyone, including his own children. Oh no, he has a daughter whom he treasures above the others. He decides that he will leave his criminal kingdom to her in case he dies. Honey, you're gonna take over the family business. The only problem is one thing. What's that? His daughter is a lying, conniving crook. She's a man in disguise, a secret spy, waiting to trick her father into giving up everything and sending him to the police. Oh jeez, he really can't trust anyone. That's right, the only thing our crook is able to outrun is his own conscience. He's so self-absorbed and in love with his own bullshit, such that he doesn't pay attention or take a close look at who he has become and what a monster of a daughter he has haplessly created. The film is largely paradoxical. The events happen differently from the way we see it. I believe the character's demented state leaves him hallucinating about being very great. Well, he may be a great criminal, but maybe it's time to let it all go. The villain role is not working for him. Wes Anderson has a way of making us understand villains as human beings strictly from their perspective and not ours. They want to be respected. They desperately want all their flowers before the bomb blast showers the conclusion of their story. Woe he without wisdom, for he shall face great suffering.
I've appointed you sole heir to my estate,
Incredible film.
which you may come into sooner rather than later.
Curtis Lee Hansen was really a great man, well known for directing Eminem in 8 Mile. I love that movie, The Freestyles. Hansen definitely has a wild style, known for neo-noir thrillers about crooked cops and killers. Hansen definitely takes films to 5th gear and beyond space-time and what we can imagine. In 1997, Curtis Lee Hansen gave us, quite frankly, his greatest masterpiece, LA Confidential, starring an ensemble: Danny DeVito, Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, Kevin Spacey, and Kim Basinger in a beyond our wildest dreams crime thriller like no other. Nobody was passenger in this movie. They all killed it. The film became well known as the precursor to every corruption-filled crime thriller that was made after. Famously, Detective Alonzo in Training Day fakes a crime scene after committing a vicious murder. It seems that scene with Denzel Washington faking a crime scene was inspired by Russell Crowe's portrayal in LA Confidential. Movies tend to mirror each other to create a bigger conversation about the terrible things we are currently facing in the justice system. Your Honor is out of order. I love such movies. Crime and punishment. The cops are coming. Despite an approach that is considered too raw and controversial, LA Confidential was a crowning moment for little-known actors who went on to become very famous, like Russell Crowe and Kevin Spacey and even Guy Pearce. Nobody knew them at the time until they made this great movie. Famously, Russell Crowe and Guy Pearce played crooked cops seeking vengeance against a system that hates them. It's 1953 and the criminals are on a hot crime spree trying to live up to the celebrity of Al Capone and maybe the gangsters they see in the movies. Gangsters in this world run everything from the government to the police, but who can keep the peace? No one except the same crooked police who are only out to make a name for themselves. The allure of celebrity entangles them in a web of deceit, murder, and violence. That plus the racial tension between whites, blacks, and Hispanics elevates the movie greatly. It's hell on earth, but the deluded Hollywood dwellers claim it's heaven. It's only heaven if you control everything. The film, despite being hailed as amazing, was outboxed at the Oscars for Best Picture by Titanic. It did, however, win 2 trophies, Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Supporting Actress for Kim Basinger. LA Confidential is truly one of the greatest movies I have ever seen. It's totally special.
How's it gonna look in your report? It'll look like justice. That's what the man got.
And one loved the spotlight.
What exactly do you do on the show, Jack?
I teach Brett Chase how to walk and talk like a cop.
The Night Owl Massacre. This is a heinous crime that requires swift resolution. 6 victims. One of them, one of our own. Interrogations will be led by Lieutenant Ebenexley.
I need some backup. Come on. All right, college boy, I'll help.
Now, all of them are faced with solving one case.
Don't move! I want confessions, Edmund.
Oh, I'll break them, sir. These people are all in the morgue. And someone has to pay for it.
There's something wrong with the Night Owl. I just can't prove it.
They thought they had it all figured out.
Anything bothering you about the Night Owl case? The fact that you guys won't let it get filed away.
I didn't kill nobody!
But what started as a murder
You talk only to me on this one.
became a mystery that could cost them everything.
Why was Susan Lefferts at the Night Owl?
I don't know. I never heard of the Night Owl till today.
How about some payback, big time?
We need evidence.
I'll get the evidence.
It was an information exchange.
Do you have any proof? The proof had his throat slit. What do you want, Exley?
I just want to solve this thing.
Even if it means paying the consequences?
Academy Award winner Kevin Spacey, Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, James Cromwell, Kim Basinger, Danny DeVito. LA Confidential.